Hey guys, welcome back. I figured we'd just do kind of a talking stream, mostly about the plans for the future. For some reason, my life's dimming, uh, and what we got planned and stuff, and what's going on. Okay, I know it's probably gonna bug some of you guys, but I keep looking over here because my camera's right in here. but yeah, when I first started the stream, I was traveling a lot. Um, I was mostly in Texas, but I mean, you can see in my background, that I was in a hotel. I was traveling. I was working. I was working 5 days a week, 10-hour days. But I enjoy doing it. Uh, I enjoy doing it. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous because I never done this whole chat thing, and I want to give it a shot. Let you guys know. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed doing it, and then I would stream on the weekends. Then we got in this one project. They started asking us to do, 6 days a week, which I was a little upset about, but I was like, all right, it's no big deal. I can still stream on Sundays. No, it was Saturdays. And then it got to the point where they wanted 7 days a week, and I said, nope, I'm done. Uh, then I went, I came home, then I started streaming daily. I had enough money in the savings for when I left my job. It was I think it was like June or July. I can't really remember. Can't remember. So yeah, I would start streaming daily, and then truth gave out. My channel sucks. um, People were kind of watching, but for like 2 minutes or a minute or so. Um, so I stuck strictly to streaming, and again, people would stay for like 2 or 3 minutes. Rumble, it does pretty well. I mean, it's not fantastic or anything, but I mean, it does pretty well. I'm pretty happy about Rumble. Twitch is getting better just because now I'm affiliate. We have more time to stream. So I keep trying to find new games to play. Uh, Audience will stay for a few streams and then I'll never see them again. um, but yeah, we're getting to the point where I'm running out of money and I may have to go back to work. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the big ordeal. Um, which if I do go back to work, I'll probably be won't be able to stream no more for maybe a few months because I'll probably be doing a big traveling job. I'll be jumping from state to state. This light's starting to miss me up. I don't know why it keeps flickering, but yeah, I'll be jumping state for state, and then so yeah, I wouldn't have time to travel with my equipment because of I'll be doing like a two-person. We could both share a van and go do a job, jumping around. Before I used to be able to carry my equipment everywhere I went, but yeah, every other week, I would have to load up my gaming PC, load up my two monitors, the mic, lights, everything. I would have to take it out of my hotel, take it all the way downstairs, pack it up in my truck. My truck was full of tools and this stuff, and then I carry a big old TV because I can't sit in a hotel and I have my TV and my PlayStation and stuff. So I would carry that around every time. I'd go bring all this stuff back up, unpack it all, and start a stream or make a video or something. But yeah, I won't be able to do it this time. But I could also stay in town and work. But problem about that is, as you may not know or do know, but I'm from Oklahoma. My line of work doesn't pay very well when you're in town. It's like $16 or something like that. But when you're traveling, it's like $30, $40, $50, an hour. Plus per diem, which get an extra $115 a day just to be out of town. So that up's like extra money. But then yeah, I came back home. Um, was staying in a hotel for a while, but it started getting more and more expensive. So I decided to live in a shed. Yeah. That's why I always have a green screen up because there's a shed behind me. I guess I can show you guys, but I don't know if anybody's even watching. But yeah, it's a shed. There's my bed and everything else there. Sorry, I hit the wall. This wall's made of tin. I enjoy this living here. It's not too bad. It just gets starting to get cold though, so it's gonna be pretty sucky. But anyways, yeah, I know nobody's probably not watching right now, but I figured I would start talking and hopefully someone will stop by. Um, but yeah, in the future, um, I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably go travel, or I haven't really decided all totally yet. Um, I was wanting to do more IRL streams, like I did at the fair. I had a good time doing it. I got to go places alone, which that's a big thing about me is going doing stuff alone. And with bringing you guys along, it was actually quite enjoyable. Um, I wanted to do more of that. If I do travel, that's probably what I'll do. I will probably go out with coworkers or something. I'm not sure yet. But I would like to travel and bring you guys along. I would like to go up to Oregon and see my buddy. He lives up there. Haven't seen him in a few years. Um, Probably go back down to Texas. That's where I mostly worked, was in Texas because it was pretty close to me. But yeah, I usually work all year round and come home once a year around Thanksgiving, Christmas, because I'll take the Thanksgiving and Christmas off for the almost entire 2 months, and start back up in January. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. And as you know, you're probably like, "What's with the background?" um, I was gonna use like picture or something, but I didn't want some artist going, "Well, why do you not have the artist name in there?" Then I was like, "Well, I put the artist's name in top corner where my symbol is," and then I was like, "Well, if the artist can be upset that it's in this live stream," then I was gonna be like, I did give credit to them. Then I was like, "Well, it's great. I'm just gonna put background and and have my symbol." I also put a little thing right there. I don't know if you can see it in between the O. You can probably zoom in there and see it. I was saying about doing like a little flip off, so he zoomed in and it flips you off. Um, uh, what else is to talk about? Yeah, I'm quite nervous. I don't know if you guys can tell, because like I said, I don't really talk about myself to myself when there's no one there. Um, but yeah, so the back, I would like to, would like to get an artist, but I don't have the money to pay them. They always come in the chat asking, "Do you want backgrounds or anything?" I'm like, I don't got the money to pay you. Why you keep asking me? Why don't you ask one of these big streamers? I was like, oh, leave me alone. I don't know what you want from me. um, yeah, I know I forgot it's Halloween today. I knew last night it was, but I forgot it was today. I woke up and I was gonna do the stream, and then I was looking up on just chatting streams to see how you're actually supposed to do these things, because I don't watch streamers, and they're all Halloween stuff. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. uh, which I really don't watch streamers, even though I'm trying to do it. One thing about streaming I hate is when when they're playing a game, a brand new game, and then their chat just tells them he's spoiling stuff over and over again. Oh, it irritates me so much. And then you got the streamer who will spend like 3 hours running around in circles instead of asking their chat. Oh, hell, so pisses me off. I remember watching this one guy, his YouTube video. I'm not sure what his name was or anything, but he was playing Odds World. I don't know if you guys know what Odds World is, but it's an old, I think it was PS2, PS1. I know they made a spin-off on Xbox, but yeah, he didn't know you can control people. So he was just he spent, I think it was like 5 videos in that same spot. Each one was like an hour long, going trying to figure out how to beat that level, trying to save everybody. And in the whole entire time, he just had to control them, which he didn't know he could do. So I watched all those videos and I was so upset because they never got anywhere. And he would never ask, like I say, he never asked his chat or nothing. Which I don't think he was even streaming. I'm not even sure. I can't remember. But yeah, like I said, I was looking at just chatting, seeing how they start chatting with nobody watching, and then all it is put all the big streamers on top, and then so they all got like thousands of views, and I was trying. I couldn't get. I just like sit there and scroll, and then it would just click on a video, and then it would just crash. So I couldn't push back. It would just send me right back to Google's home screen. And I'm like, oh fuck. Go back to there and start scrolling back down again. But yeah, they were just sitting there, not really doing anything. So that's that. But yeah, I know I usually play, in, like I said, video games. Right now we're playing GTA and Ghost of Yotai. Ghost of Yotai isn't really doing very well because because I guess because of controversy about it. Um, which is a pretty fun game. It's just the main character can be a bit annoying, but I mean other than that, it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. Except the pairing is you have to be precise, and I always fuck it up. And then sometimes it seems like it don't even want to work. The pairing. Um, but yeah, that's that. And in GTA, we're just going to the story again because I never actually finished the story, so I wanted to finish it, especially for 6 comes out, which I'll be playing hopefully day one, but we'll see. Um, and then we're also playing. We're doing like a Sims challenge. I never actually really played The Sims, even though I own like let's say like 85% of the packs. Yeah, I know I have a problem with DLC. I'm a DLC whore. If I see a DLC, I gotta have it, even though I may play the game once and never play it again. But yeah, I spent like thousands of I think a couple $1,000 on Sims, but I haven't bought a pack in like a long time. But yeah, I'd like buy them and then I would just uh like I said, I would buy them and then I would download mods and then I'd play the mods and then just quit after like a week. I never actually really sit down and really played the game. So yeah, I was doing a challenge for it. I thought, let's try a challenge. We're doing the like one tile, one box challenge for it. It got quite a bit of views on um, Twitch. Rumble it did okay. Like it wasn't too big on Rumble, but YouTube no, I don't get any views on YouTube. I was live streaming on YouTube and then I stopped because it was ruining the signal for Twitch. Like Twitch would be buffering like crazy, and then YouTube and Rumble would be just fine. Which I like streaming on Rumble because of it does get a lot of views. But the only problem with Rumble is nobody talks in chat. Nobody. Every now and then you get like one person who will say something in chat, and then you missed them. So you say, "Hey, how are you?" And then, nope, they're gone already. um, yeah, I mostly get people talking to me on Twitch, but yeah, that's one thing about that is it's like I'd play like a, let's say, Pokemon or something, and then I get like a couple people who would be there, and then they'll be there for the Pokemon stream, and then I'll never see them again. Or they'll be there for a few days, and then they'll never come back. They're gone. People don't leave comments or likes or nothing, so I can't figure out what people want to see or what they're gonna keep around and seeing. I know Pokemon was probably pretty big for my channel, but I don't know. I can't keep standing behind Pokemon and what they're doing. So I just played that one stream, and well, that I guess that technically was like what 15 streams or something. I can't remember. I played through Scarlet and the DLC. Um, yeah, I mostly played mostly in adventure games, and then but I played all the adventure games, and nobody was here to see it all. Like I said, I played Jack and Dexter. I played Psychonauts. But yeah, there was nobody really here for it. Um, I really liked Astrobot. I wish I could redo Astrobot again, just because so much I enjoyed it. Um, but we platinumed it. I go in there every once in a while to finish some DLC stuff. But yeah, if you guys are just some people came in chat. Live stream. The reason why my background says background because I don't have the money to pay for a background, and I didn't want to take someone else's art. But yeah, I left a little Easter egg in there, which is just an emote. Um, but yeah, future plan is I would like to do more just chatting streams, but I want to go do traveling. Like I was gonna go hiking the other day and bring you guys along, but they closed it down, the hiking trail, because of I guess vandalism and trash, which was in it wasn't in Tulsa. Tulsa has a huge hiking trail, but it's pretty dangerous up there. uh, but there was one in Port Catoosa, but it was more towards Catoosa and Tulsa area. Um, it's called Cherry uh, Redbud Park. That's what it was. I used to go through there a lot when I was younger, and I wanted to go through there again, bring you guys along, but nope. They closed indefinitely in 2002. No, 2013. I mean 2023. I think it was. I can't really remember. And then um I was thinking about going to Oktoberfest, but it was like $20 to get in, and then it was like another $20 for one beer. And every year that I go do that, it was you had to wait in like line for like 45 minutes to get a beer at Oktoberfest. That's I can't believe you're there to get drunk pretty much. You gotta wait forever to get anything. I did go to Oktoberfest in Galveston in Texas. That was actually pretty good. I think I went. I think it was last year when I was traveling. I should LR stream that because I think I was streaming then. I think I was just actually I think I was just starting out because this we're up to my 1 year of streaming. Um, but yeah, like I said, I'd like to do more. My favorite place is definitely Galveston. I love Galveston. It's a good place to go. If you guys ever have a chance to go, I know the water's kind of gross, but it's a nice area. Um, bar hopping scenes over there is pretty nice. Um, Let me think. Austin, I didn't really get to try out the bar scene over there because I was kind of just starting out and then on my job, and then I didn't know any of my crew members at the time, so we weren't really talking very much except for work. So I really didn't get to see much of Austin. I stayed in a hotel for like 4 months. Hate Dallas. You guys are from Dallas. I'm sorry, I hate it. Everybody driving 75 miles per hour in a. Okay, the problem is their lanes are too short, too small. And you're driving a big old truck through there, and everybody's going 75 miles per hour, and it's packed. It sucks. And even the side roads are so small. It's like they got this big ass sidewalks, but they, instead of taking off from the sidewalk, they make the roads just keep making smaller and put more lanes in that small little lane. If you ever drove in Dallas, please let me know. You'll know. Houston's traffic's pretty bad, and I know it takes like an hour to get anywhere, but I'd rather be in traffic with big old lanes than flying through small little lanes. Uh, I know my dad we were doing a job down there, and my dad was helping out at the time, and then yeah, someone broke into his truck there, and then we went to San Antonio. Uh, but San Antonio isn't bad; it's just all the construction, and then you have to make sure you're on the right side of town. Like my dad got his truck broken in there twice, and then I got my truck broken in there. No, okay, it was I got my truck broken into in Dallas twice. One after the other. The weekend. It was one weekend after the other. Luckily, I didn't have too much stuff in there the second time. And then, but my dad got his truck broken in twice in San Antonio. That's what it was. But yeah, like I said, San Antonio isn't bad. It's just so much construction. It's like they've it's a huge city. It's like seventh biggest city in the United States or something like that, and they got they like do little projects everywhere, and then they make like the roads a little bit bigger, and then they're like the next day they're like, well, we need to make it bigger instead of just making it huge the first time. It's like all over that city, and it's been that way for every time I go down there. I've been going there for like the last 5 years, and it's still the same area, under construction all over that city. It's like Tulsa. Tulsa's pretty bad too. I'm not gonna lie. The construction's like the worst. Um, I did like El Paso. It was pretty it was pretty cool to see into Mexico while driving nice in a nice city. Even though it's kind of dangerous over there. Yeah, I don't know how we got into talking about Texas. I'm an Oklahoma guy, which you know. The only exciting things about, I guess, Oklahoma's a lot of nature stuff. Um, Tulsa and Oklahoma City are the two biggest towns. Don't go to fuck, what's it called? Lawton. Don't go there. Uh, that's Meth City. Even though it's the third biggest town. Well, it was. I don't know if it still is or not. This is Meth Alley over there. Uh, Tahlequah's a pretty beautiful place, especially the where you go and go down the river and stuff. I used to go camping over there at 10 Killer Lake. We go jump off this cliff. It was pretty. Used to be a yearly thing, but we haven't been able to do it anymore because usually the site's either closed for flooding or people taking over the spots because it got so popular. And I just told people on the internet how popular it was, how good it was. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty big city, and you may I'm part Native American, so I have to go there a lot for my hospital stuff. Um, yeah, Tahlequah isn't bad. If you're gonna live somewhere, probably Tahlequah. If you want to say a smaller city, then anywhere outside, I'd probably move closer up north than south. Because Muskogee, even though that has a song, I'm an Okie from Muskogee, but Muskogee is kind of redneckish, cracked ins, meth. That's I would say Oklahoma's a lot of meth towns. um, but yeah, it also has some nice areas. They're trying to do this whole liven up the city type thing, like the gathering place. They did that like that one part, and then that's it. I don't even know if they even finished the bridge that they tore partially down to put that thing in. Which I did like going across the bridge on my longboard when I used to do it, but I don't know if they ever finished it. I haven't been over there in a long time. Yeah, the riverside is pretty good. It's just sometimes full of homeless people. You just gotta, bike around them. um, but yeah, I'm hoping that we be able to travel again. Um, I can go do live streams while we go doing it. Um, but I won't be able to do that until I go back to work, which I guess I could. I guess I could go back to work. Like I said, if I go back to work, I won't be able to stream no more. Because I'll be like, so I'll be traveling unless I do like IRL streams, which I can do off my phone. The only problem about doing that is I may not be able to do it like once a month or something like that. Because I'll probably be working 7 days a week. Because it's close to the end of the year, which okay, my line of work, which I try to repeat around the bush about it because I don't want to get customers don't like me talking about it. But I'll just say I did low voltage and cameras. That's what my job was. Um, which I gotta travel from state to state, and I'll spend maybe 3 days on a site or a week on a site, and then I would jump to a new state. My last time I did it, I was in Arkansas, then went down to Texas, did a couple of towns in Texas, then went up to El Paso, then El Paso to New Mexico. Then I did two jobs in New Mexico. Then I went over to um, Arizona and did four jobs there, which I was there for like a month. And then I went to Las Vegas, and then I spent a month in Las Vegas. Um, and then I was going to go to California, but I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I came back home. Um, so yeah, I'll probably either be doing the same route. I know one route was I had to go from uh, I had to go all the way south through Texas and do a bunch of stuff. It was like in the year type situation like it is now. I had to work 7 days a week, and then I finished all my jobs, and we had to go all the way up to went to Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way until we got to uh, New York. But we only barely went into New York, and then we went right back down to Arkansas to drop off the van because we were done with the route. But yeah, but yeah, they pay very well when you go on the road. Like I said, here in Oklahoma, you get paid like $16 an hour to work 8 hours. But when you're traveling, you get $30 to $50 an hour, depending on where you're going, and plus living per diem, which is another $125, I think, something like that, a day. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of just talking to myself. I don't even know what I'm even talking about. Um, But yeah, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet. So I like I said, I do enjoy doing this, but I can take a simple job because my bills are not very expensive. I think I pay like $360 for my phone bill, which is not too bad. That's with internet. I have to have a special internet because of I travel. Um, I pay for that, uh, and then I have like a storage unit that's 120, I think. It's air conditioned and everything, so keep my stuff from not molding up. And that's pretty much it. Except Crunchyroll, like regular apps. Oh, and then stuff to do like streaming stuff. I have to pay for like um, editors and stuff for making backgrounds and stuff. They're not very good. I mean, look at this background, beautiful, huh? um, which I guess I could get a job, but I'm kind of worried if I do get a normal job at home. I'm just gonna work and then come home and not stream or anything. And it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna slowly and slowly lose interest. And then what usually happens is I get into like this mood where what I love what I do, and then I'm like I'll spend the rest of my life here, and then something happens, and then I get pissed off, and then I just like what, screw it, I'll work somewhere else. Um, I found out the best way to make more money is jump ships. It's the best way to make money. Like I said, I can always go back to work. People actually liked working with me. I'm actually pretty good at my job. Except what makes me mad about what my job is, you get project managers who don't know how to time manage. So you're planning there to work your 8 hours, or your 10 hours, whatever, and then 5 minutes before we're about to leave, they go, "Hey guys, we really need to stay a little bit later. Let's get this job done." Oh, it pisses me off so much. I'm like, because I like to start out strong, get stuff going, get a bunch of stuff done, and I slowly through the day I get slower and slower, until it's time to leave. My body's used to it. I work hard from the beginning to the end. And then when you're coming to me in 5 minutes where I'm like worn out, and you're telling me, "Oh, we're going to stay a little bit longer." How much a little longer? Oh, it might be like 2 or 3 hours. Fuck that. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm going home, and then I'll just quit. Who cares? You know. And this in my line of work, there's plenty of there's if you're a good worker, you can get a job easily. There's a lot of definitely a lot of opportunity because people, some some people, they you work with them and then they suck, uh, but the bosses don't see it, so never work harder than someone you're working with. Let's just say that. I remember working for one company and then uh, I worked on this project for a few months. This project manager, he was always telling me, "Well, we'll get the stuff when we get the stuff. Oh, I forgot to order it or something like that." And then as soon as the job was done, I was a temp at the time, which if you could be a temp, be a temp, unless you need benefits. But yeah, I was a temp at the time, and then they called me in the office. Says, "Hey, did you not get a call from your temp service?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh, we had to let you go." And then I looked around the room, and all those guys, that don't, they just stand around, or they just talk and talk. Uh, and they were still there, still working. And then a few months later, you're on a different job, and then they show up too. It's like, well, you guys stabbed me in the back, huh? You guys are here. But yeah, being a temp is great. I don't even care what they say. I know you people get made. I got made fun of once for on a job because I was a temp. Because they think that I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not a very hard worker. But yeah, being a temp is great because you can go to the job, hate the people, go somewhere else. Instantly walk in, call your temp guy, and he'll find you something different the next day. You don't like the people you work with? They're slow, um, or they're short man syndrome. I guess you could say. They're assholes. Call them up, say, hey, I want to go somewhere else, and they just send you somewhere else. Same price too. And then the only problem is about being a temp is always it was always starting out. The first day, it's always nerve wracking. You're going to meet new people, and you're worried how the job's gonna go. It's gonna be too rough. Because sometimes you get to those jobs and they make you want to do I know in install okay, let's say installing low voltage. Uh, Most places you don't do conduit work. The electricians do it. Um, and some companies are like, well, we'll just do it. Fuck that. It's in the bid for the electricians to do it. Why are we doing it? You know. I mean, but you know, I could bend a 90, but I can do also an offset, but I'm not very good at it. I use standoffs. If you can, instead of doing an offset, I use a standoff. It's so much easier and so much quicker. The customer doesn't care. Customers will be like, "Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice." Like, yeah, thank you. But I mean, some businesses. Let's not. Let's just say a customer that I would work with. They were not particular. They were pretty particular, but not too particular. Like doing standoffs and all the other stuff. Yeah. And then they would like praise you when you show them what an RJ45 was. It was pretty crazy. I was like, uh, it was some IT guys coming to check out our cameras, and then we were walking them through how we installed everything, and then we showed them we used RJs for the camera side, and then they were like, "Whoa!" They're like they never seen one before, and I was like, "You guys are around it constantly." And then we had to sit there and show them how to make an RJ. But yeah, I'm a big toy tool guy. I was like, I was like traveling, and then I would have so much tools because after cause we were in this group chat for work, and we'd always show off our tools. Each one of us had a different brand we kind of represented. I'm a Cobalt guy, so I had a Cobalt drill, Cobalt stereo, Cobalt toolbox, everything Cobalt, which I stand behind. These Milwaukee guys don't know what they're talking about. And don't even start on DeWalt. But yeah, one of our guys was a DeWalt guy, and something else. I don't remember what else he was. He was like DeWalt. I mean, another guy. He was a DeWalt and a Milwaukee guy because he had both. And then there was a guy I was training. He was a Flex guy. He had Flex tools just because he liked how different I was and chose Cobalt. So he was like, I'm gonna go with Flex. I was like, yeah, go for it, man. Flex is expensive. Cobalt is pretty cheap, and it does good work. I mean, I only blew up maybe one drill, and that's on the Chuck. Um, that was after 5 years of uh, drilling into concrete walls and changing out the tips for a nut driver. But it's the only time I ever showed a Cobalt drill. Um, but yeah, I would go out and buy like every weekend after I get paid. I bought a Cobalt drill caulking gun. It was pretty nice, after having it. I mean, for like if you're doing like windows and stuff, I would never. you know, because it's not very precise. But if you're like doing like a uh, let's say 30 cameras outside, and you're doing the trim around each camera, that caulking gun saves your life. Oh, it your hand after using a regular caulking gun after like two of those or three of those, you know, your hand starts getting pretty hurt. But yeah, using that electric caulking gun, it was very nice. Um, you know, I bought a heat gun once. I never even used it. I think I used it. Actually, I used it one time. One of my coworkers had a piece of tape on its windshield. I guess they changed it out or something. I don't know. It was this work truck, and we used it to take that tape off. That was all I used it for. I was gonna use it to because they're like plastic poles that hang down from the ceiling. It has a camera on the bottom of it. They over time they kind of just they're kind of bent. So over time they're supposed to like straighten out from the weight. But you know when your customer's walking through for a final walkthrough and they see all these bent poles, you know, so I was like, you know what, let me go get that heat gun and we'll kind of straighten the poles out. Nah, I mean the customer's like, you don't even bother because of uh they'll fix themselves out over time. But yeah, I don't even know why we're but yeah. If you want to talk about tools, I can talk about tools. I know we lost somebody, probably because I said something about Dewald or Milwaukee. uh, yeah, this stream is just kind of just to see how it goes and know what you guys think. And so far, no one's really talked in chat, so um, yeah, I said I did say on the bin in the chat it's like some anime talk, which I would like if you guys want to see it, just let me know. But I was thinking about going through every anime on Crunchyroll and telling why I don't like it and or get your guys' feedback on what I should watch. But I was thinking about doing that. It'd be kind of fun, I guess. Because there was like one anime that I watched and um, it was starting out good, and then um, it's a one of those things I hate. Uh, where the main character is so prude. It gets on my nerves. You know, I can stand it a little bit, but the whole entire show, when he gets more and more, he gets so prude, and I'm just like, I'm done. They got a new season of it. I don't even remember what the show's called, but they got a new season of it. And I'm like, why was that show? I have every other isekai show there is. That one gets a season two. There's a couple shows like that. I'm like, why does that one get us? um, but yeah. What else is there? I will be streaming tonight. We'll be playing GTA again. GTA 6. We are maybe a quarter or halfway. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I've never finished it, so I'm not really too sure. We're almost to the part where probably where I don't remember anything. Um, so yeah, we're probably playing that tonight. Tomorrow will be The Sims. We'll see how Wilson. Yeah, okay. One thing about Rumble, is the unconstant, kind of views. You know, Tuesday would get like, the same live stream, getting like 70 something views, and then a couple days later you'll get like 2 views or 10 views, and then it'll get like another 100 views. It's like every I would say every 6 days a video will be like huge, and then it'll be like no, it's bad. And then on Twitch, a lot of people don't stay. I mean I get why people don't stay and watch my streams. I know my voice is kind of boring, uninspiring, dull, sharp. I know it's kind of sharp because of I rewatch my streams. I'm like, why am I yelling? If you guys let me know if I'm yelling right now, let me know. um, Yeah, I get it. My streams are pretty boring, but I usually don't know what to talk about. Definitely during the cinematic part. I don't want to talk over it, or I don't know if you can actually hear me over it. Um, but yeah, I decided to do this stream because my one thing, my dad, he's been very supportive of me trying to become a streamer. Without him, I would have been done a long time ago. Um, so yeah, he's like, you need to do more IRL streams. But the only thing is, I feel like I should be going somewhere and doing something and showing you guys instead of just being sitting in my shed, my cube. Um, you know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were here for it. Yeah, I live in a shed. It's not a bad shed, It's just starting getting cold though. The walls are tin, which I probably should travel just so I can get out of the shed um for the winter time. Because last night it was pretty cold last night. Um, I know it's not as cold as up north or whatever, but it was pretty cold for me. Um, I got like two space heaters going off right now, and my feet are still freezing. I did show the shed earlier. If you want to see it again, let me know. But yeah, I got my two monitors right here in front. My PC's on this side, and then I got a little TV right here, which I have chat and everything on. Which has Rumble's chat and then Twitch and YouTube's chat, but I don't stream on YouTube no more. All I did was I'll probably get like one view on YouTube while streaming, um, and then it wouldn't get nothing else after. And then even now, I re-upload videos from my live stream to YouTube, and it still doesn't get no views over there. But yeah, it has my Twitch and stuff's up there. My activity feed, which I need to make sure I need to watch more. And then it says my stats are up there. This is in front of me. This side is OBS and everything. And then my regular monitors over here, which where I usually play all my games and stuff on. And then I got my TV right there on a shelf, and then there's a chair behind me that folds into a bed. Um, yeah, that's basically the room, my living room, whole entire room, and it's just in I think I'm in a 12 by 8 shed. Yeah. What are we talking about? I don't know how we even got into this conversation. Um. Yeah. I am a smoker. I usually say that I'm standing up, but I'm usually just I turn my camera off and I smoke a cigarette or whatever. Um. My dad tells me I should stream and just doesn't care, just smoke on stream. But I don't feel like I don't like to show people. I'm not trying to push this on anybody else. But I know people don't like me turning my camera off, turn it back on, turn it back off, turn it back on. I try to keep it within like every hour or so, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, I usually tell people I'm standing up just because of I don't want to glorify that what I'm at, smoking a cigarette or not. Don't like to lie. That's why I just told you guys what I'm really doing, which I do say in my streams what I'm usually doing, but no one usually sticks around to see it. I don't think. Um, yeah. Shit, I don't know. I do curse a lot, which I probably shouldn't, but it's just the way I am. You start saying darn, dab nabbit. um, I don't know. If there's just games you guys want me to play, please let me know. Because I'm trying to branch out. I even played Hololive. No, not Hololive, but Hollow Knight. That game, oh, it pissed me off so much, and it was so hard. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm bad at games. I'm bad at video games. I'm bad at computer. I just play the way I can. I don't. If you guys want to see like the, you know, no scope shots, you see in like other streamers, it's probably the best place to go. Other streamers. But I like just enjoying the game. If a game's too hard, I just like I stop playing it. People confuse being hard as a great game. I don't I don't get it. Just like when I remember people always saying Wukong, whatever was such a great game. That was a it was an okay game. We're about to get some controversy now. All right, my problem with Wukong was the voice acting. I hated it. The voice of Monkey King. Oh, I hate his voice. Even though I wouldn't say accurate, but I know that's what his voice sounds like when he's betrayed. But I hate it. I hate how the lip sync was off, even though I know it's a Chinese game. But if you're trying to sell it over here, you should at least get the sync right. Um, because other games do it too. The other part was it was just a hard game. It was just trying to be hard. It was the story. Okay, the story. Let's get started about the story here. That's 4 hours in, 4 fucking hours, and there's still no story. It was you're just it shows the Monkey King, he loses whatever, and then you're some random monkey, which I know the story, so I know it's him. But if someone who didn't know the fucking story would not know it was him, so you're just playing this random guy that you just suddenly be, and then you're running through this forest. Oh my gosh, it was so I hate it so much, and everybody gave it such praise, like it was game of the year, and I was like, no, there was so many other better options than Wukong. And it was when Astra bought one. I remember, and everybody was so upset about it. I was like, well, I mean, it was the better game. It was what you call fun. The whole reason why games were invented for fun. Which my second favorite was out of the ranking was I did like fuck, yeah, I have bad memory, so it's hard for me to remember stuff. Um, Metaphor Fantasia. Yeah, that was pretty good. I did enjoy it, even though the backgrounds did look a little crummy at times. That's why I didn't choose it for my game of the year. Um, I never play Final Fantasy. It just never seemed. It never piqued my interest, as I guess you could say. Even though I did see Final Fantasy VII, the movie, it was pretty good. I guess it was like CGI, I think it was, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Um, I don't even remember the other games. Oh, yeah, I played Bloodborne once, but never. I haven't played any other Soul games. It's like I said, I'm not a fan of the whole dodge, hit, dodge, 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 hit. um, I played like I think I played like a crab version of it once, and I was like, oh, like I said, I'm not very good at games, so I didn't find them fun. But who knows? If you really want me to yell and call the game bullshit, and I guess I can play a Souls game. Call of Duty or shooter games. I played CS:GO too. It didn't do very well on the channel, but that was my kind of my first real time playing in a shooter game. Which I did play zombies once with Ashes to Anvil, his channel, which he has a way bigger channel than mine. He got big in like 4 months from playing Call of Duty. Still upset me a little bit, but it's whatever. I know. But yeah, I did play CS:GO, CS2. That's what it was, too. CS2. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Shooting games. I get bored in like after like the fifth round or maybe like the second round. I'm just like, I'm good, guys. You know, I don't mind not playing this ever again. Which I know they're the big channels. You know, that's what people make all their views. But I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me shit on the game that you guys love for me to get views. You know, I'll play games that I like and then what you guys would like too. Uh, I played Claire's Skier and it was pretty good. It was a while back, but when it first released, I love Claire's Skier. You know there was some. Okay, let's go into some more drama. The thing about Claire's Skier, I hated that each chapter did not matter after the other. It was like after chapter one, you go into chapter two. I don't know if you guys played it or not. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this actually. Well, yeah, all right, let me move on. Uh, but yeah, Claire Skier, I would give it. I would say an 8. I know everybody would give it like a 10, but there was, like I said, there's some stuff that I can't look past, and I didn't really like. Um, but yeah, I would give it an 8. Still pretty good. I still definitely would. I would definitely play it again. I know there's a lot of stuff I didn't do, like the side stuff or whatever. But we kind of moved on to other games, which I don't even remember what games we moved on to. Um, I wouldn't mind playing another Pokemon game. It's just um, like I said, the lawsuits and all the other stuff. I can't support Pokemon, so I really don't want to buy any more Pokemon games, even though I own them all except for the newest one. Like I said, I got problems. I buy and I don't, even though I never play it. Which I didn't, like I said, I wasn't going to. I wasn't buying the Switch 2. Wasn't buying the game. Um, which I'm kind of glad because it does look like shit, and I would have probably been pretty upset. Like I don't even know why they would think I want to play in a city. Which I know that's one thing about Power World that I don't like is there's no huge city. It's futuristic city or whatever. That kind of means a little bit. Well, I guess there is, but it's all just ruins. But the thing about Pokemon I like is the journey. We can't go on a journey. We're in a city. We're a bunch of people that I don't care about. And I hate when they lock stuff behind certain characters and stuff like that. Certain games. I get in the first Pokemon game, there was not enough data on the Game Boy to be able to put so many Pokemon, so they kind of made between two and they made it tradable. Cool. I get it. But you're bragging that the Switch 2 is just powerful as the PS4. You can't make a you can't have a big old city and have a thing. Even though GTA exists on PS3 and PS2. But yeah. Everybody liked Legend of Arceus. I thought it was okay. It wasn't too bad. Um, I didn't like that there's very few trainer battles and stuff, but it was okay. I wasn't a fan of Let's Go. Um, I really wanted to play Let's Go. Just play Pokemon Go. I think I played it for like 10, 20 minutes. And I was like, ew, I'm good. Um, Sword and Shield. It was I thought it was okay. I hated that. Once you beat the game, you'll never go back to the route areas because everything's in the survival world. The big areas, so you'll never go back to the routes, and you forget about towns and stuff because you never go to them. Um, so I'm pretty glad that their patent didn't get pushed through, and I'm also glad that ZA didn't do so well. Even though I know I don't want them to disappear, but I am glad that they ain't doing so hot right now. Even though I know they're still gonna push the same junk out. Um, Power World. I know it's getting it's almost release date next year. It's finally gonna have the full release, which I know there's. I have high expectations, and I know they're not gonna be met. There's still a lot of stuff uh, I think it's missing before it can be, a solid, a solid game. But here we go. Thank you, Game Quest, for getting us started. 1 out of 10. Oh, I don't know what that is. I guess it's maybe a hype thing. I don't know. Oh, he's subscribed. Oh, okay. Thank you for sub, Game Quest. I wonder why I didn't show up on my filter. Oh, there it goes. Resubscribed with Prime. You've been subscribed for 3 months. Appreciate you for 3 months, Game Quest. You like my background? I think you scared off my other viewers. But yeah, Power World. There's actually a little Easter egg in the O. Like I was telling the people earlier that I didn't I didn't want to use something out of his first background and be upset because of copyright. I didn't. Then I was like, well, I can add the creator in the top corner where my little heart thing is, and then I was worried about what they want to be associated with the channel. So I was like, what, fuck it, I'll put background, put a little Game Quest. I mean, Jackrass Gaming. I forgot your name's Game Quest on Twitch still. But yeah, like I said, I have high hopes for uh, Power World. Even though, like I said, we're not gonna get everything that I want. I know it. It's gonna be a bummer, but yeah, I was hoping for like a bigger city. Um, I was hoping for voices. We actually won't let me change it yet. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. Game Quest. Yeah, that's one big thing. I know probably won't be voices. Um, oh, wait, well, maybe that was it. Maybe that's all I really cared about. Um, oh, and then I hope they open up the island. Because I know in the stories it's saying that it's only in those islands. I hope they branch out into the world instead of just being centered on this island or islands, I guess. 'Cause I know they go in and smoke, fog, and then they um then get desolated on this island, just like in kind of Ark and and Conan Exiles. But I do hope they kind of branch it out because I think the farming simulator is supposed to be on one of the islands, I guess. But who knows? I'm not too sure. Um, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Um, and then I wish Pokemon games would catch up to the anime's high uh electronically advanced, I would say. Because in the games of Pokemon, you wouldn't really know that they're pretty high advanced in technology, and then when you watch the anime, it's like, why is there spaceships? you know, all this other stuff that's going on, and then you get to the games again. It's Oh, I guess they are the future. I can see a couple of computers back there. uh, but like I said, I don't know. I am excited to get back to The Sims. I know it's 3 days apart. I got to finish GTA. Great point. Oh yeah, great. I gotta get back to. I gotta finish GTA and Ghost of Tsushima. Yoshi, Ghost of Yote. I really need to finish them. But you know, I don't hate them or anything. It's just, I don't know. You just gotta get through them, you know. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything we I kind of wanted to talk about. Um, Anything you want to say, Game Quest? Oh, like I said, I am streaming again tonight. Uh, Normal time. Probably start at 5:30. Um, and then we'll probably stream until my normal time. But we're playing GTA again tonight. Hey, yeah, I guess he has nothing. But yeah, I guess that is it. If you guys want to see this again, please let me know. Please like, subscribe, follow. I would, like I said, I want to do another IRL stream when I can get the money, or if I go back to work, I'll probably do it then. But for now, we're kind of just stuck doing video games, and I guess this, but I guess it wasn't that great, but I gotta get used to it. you know, like I said, I was nervous for the first definitely 30 minutes. Um, I love your opinions. Oh, fuck your opinions. You should do a podcast. It's actually on we were okay, Rumble. Um they didn't have I could not find an IRL a tag. Okay, that's okay. Let's get to another thing. Rumble's tagging system. It usually they either don't have a tag for what game you want to play, or they haven't made the tag yet, and the game's been out for like a week. Like I said, I want to do just chatting stream. They don't have that tag there. Well, if they did, it didn't pop up. And then, it was preach it. I don't know if it was on Rumble watching and they can relate, but please fix your tag system. I don't understand how a simple game like I don't Jak 3. You know what? Let's pull it up. Well, I don't. I probably shouldn't actually. Jak 3. I don't even think it has a fucking tag in gaming. If you did Twitch, you put Jak 3 in, boom, it's there. YouTube, put Jak 3 in, it's there. But Twitch, Rumble, no, we can't put too many categories. I keep saying tag, but it's categories. It pisses me off every single time. Which some people want to say it don't really matter. It does win the views though. So I notice if it doesn't have the category, it won't. I won't give any very many views on it. They pretend like the game never existed. Like, it was like what Midnight Walk. It didn't have no fucking tags. It was like a brand new game. Nope, it's not popular enough, so Rumble doesn't care. Which Rumble did pretty well when I first started out. Like, so my fifth video, one video got like 30,000 views, and my shit's kind of boring, so no one stayed. But yeah, that's what I was saying. If you guys like it, please please let me know. Please comment. Any of you guys, just comment something. Say, give me a thumbs up. Give me anything. It doesn't matter. I keep. I know Game Quest or Anvil, where he wants to go by these days. Even his videos, no one wants to comment nothing. We can't figure out what we should fix, what we should need to, what you don't like. I say some stupid stuff sometimes. Like It's crazy. Yeah, he says it's crazy. Which isn't not popping up on my screen. Oh, maybe because it's black. Eh, I don't know. I wonder why it's not popping up. Um, nope. This whole entire time. Which I know. I wonder if Rumbles pops up on my screen. I could probably see. Um. Oh no, I can't do that. Okay, hold on a second. We could go over this. While we're doing this. What is that? Nope, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Let's go and delete that. But yeah, I'll fix it next time. Uh, me being like I said, I don't know shit about PC. People say that PC is the greatest, better than console, which I have my I'm very unliked about PCs. Like I said, I have this 3,200 gaming PC, and I've still prefer to play on my PlayStation. Because after stream, I usually just turn it off. I turn off my system and then I just turn on my PlayStation. Um, it's just so much easier to just play a game, watch something. You know what? I tried to, like I said, I own Sims on EA app, which was original Origin, and so I have all my mods on there, right? And then so finally it came onto Steam. So I was like, cool, I can move over to Steam. So I bought some mods on Steam, DLC on Steam. Oh, I keep saying mods, but DLC. And then it was running fine on my old computer that I had. Um, it didn't run that great, but it was okay. But finally, I started this one up recently, so I downloaded on EA app. I was playing, I was trying to get everything working, and then I noticed half my mods weren't there. I mean, my DLC weren't there. So I'd go over to Steam, and so I was like, oh yeah, they're on Steam. So maybe I download it, and then I had to spend like a couple hours trying to figure out why in the fuck would they just not work together. That's it would just work for it would either one. I go back for it. So I uninstalled it. I installed the game like 30 fucking times on both platforms, trying to figure out. Finally, there was one video. No, not one video. It was one forum on Reddit, which I don't know why the Sims community doesn't have a video about this yet. They make videos about every other stupid challenge or pregnancy, whatever, but they don't have a one video on how to explain to take out your folder from your EA folder and drop it into your Steam folder. And then there was one guy who was kind of going over it with it, going through it, and he just like cuts out. He just all of a sudden his folders are popped up, and then he just clicks out of it, and then that's it. He doesn't even show what folder it is. He doesn't tell you what, what area to do it. And the mods for games, Sims is pretty easy. It's click boom. Minecraft, some mods are click boom. But other mods like Skyrim, you download like 50 different bullshit just to download one mod. I think it's freaking crazy. Ugh. I just don't understand. You guys talk about this elite system on PC, but you guys can't come together to make one file to have easy extract mod into game. Oh, and then let's go into CCs. Some are super easy, and then there's TCG Sim Hell. Yeah, so it's just uh, it's fucking bullshit. In GTA, I was trying to get like a lighting mod, to make the game look even better when I did the like the rain and what nice cars and stuff. Nope, can't do it. You have to download this program, this program, this program, this program to be able to do this, 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 this. And it's like, and then most of them are about online. I don't want to play on fucking line. I don't want mods online. I want to play on the story mode. Yeah, it's just a hassle. You, like I said, you guys put PC at the top of the list, but it's always such a hassle. Even just for the simplest things, like trying to get to stream. Usually have my Rumble chat up on top, right? And he has to use a. I was using a pop out to so I can see chat in Rumble. Um, but this when I want like when I have it set up right now, like I want to go into Google or whatever, it wouldn't do it because of that freaking pop out chat. It's so. Oh yeah, I guess we could maybe one day when we get better at this we could do like reaction videos. And do the whole boom boom. I don't know where it goes, but yeah. It's just so. I'm just so annoyed at why it won't just work. And in some games, just firing up GTA. That's another thing. I gotta go through like 5 different launchers just launch it, the game. Use a second launcher for a game that's launching on a different platform. And don't get me started on OneDrive. I'm tired of seeing that fucking pop up. I don't want to put everything on OneDrive. Just let me save it on my computer and fuck off. That's all I want. And if there's not enough space on my computer, let me delete it. So I'll know I delete it. I don't even know I could. Okay, one thing on my PC, it could be so full of junk, of stuff that I don't even think I need. But guess what? I don't know anything about PCs. I don't know what I need, what I don't need. So it's just probably full of junk. That's one thing PC elitists don't want to talk about. They talk about better graphics. Okay, let's talk about better graphics. All right, how many games are out there that actually pushes the graphics card to the limit without it being a console game first? Without it, let me rephrase that again. Optimize has to completely optimized. Let's talk of you might say Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's also a console game. Um, I know there was like this one game, it was like a PC killer or whatever, and then it's because it was poorly optimized or something. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, most games that that use high end graphics come out on console games. Everything else is just PC. They're always in those um weird they call them style choices, but I think it's just because they couldn't pull off a full graphical game. uh Sorry, I'm just rumbling on about bullshit again that I freaking ate. uh I mean, yeah, I get it. There's stuff about consoles that suck. I get it. The mods. I guess playing online. That's pretty much it. Guess what? I can play that game instantly, and it works on my controller. Just like okay, let's just play Minecraft. I got to play on a PlayStation 5 controller. I got to download well, first the PlayStation accessory thing to update it, which is not a big deal. But then I gotta download what's that file called? Uh, DuckStation, I think it is. Is that really it? Oh no, I don't know. No, that was kind of something else. But yeah, it was DS4 Windows. That's what it was. to play my controller, turn it into a mouse board and keyboard to be able to play with the controller, which I hate playing with the controller. I mean, mouse and keyboard. But it's the correct way to play a game. Is it? No. It's because you push yourself to keep learning something you probably shouldn't have had to. You just had to get a controller. But yeah, I rambled on the last 30 minutes about bullshit. That upset me. If you give me a topic, I'll ramble off all about it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and end this now before people were like, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, probably I don't. Let me know in the comments that you guys leave that I don't know what I'm talking about, or give me thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you so much. Bye. Fuck you, GameQuest.